Olá, boa tarde a todos. Bem-vindos a mais uma Vida com Arte. Hoje vamos falar sobre dança. Temos como convidada Yuko Kominami. Sorry. Lembro que todos que nos estão a ouvir e a assistir em direto via canal YouTube do Teatro das Figuras, que podem colocar no chat as questões que quiserem ou que pretenderem e a Yoko responderá. Ok, good afternoon, Yoko. Before we start, I would like to thank you on behalf of Teatro das Figuras for accepting our invitation.
Thank you.
Yuko, you studied dance in Tokyo, yeah?
Yeah.
At Waseda University?
No.
No?
No. I studied at Waseda University, Japanese history bachelor degree.
Can you share with us your academic path?
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Yuko Kominami, and I'm really happy to talk in this program. And okay, so my academic pathway, it's not so straightforward, but somehow it all comes together in the end. So bear with me. In Japan, I will first explain about Japanese dance training scene. So it's not so there's not so many dance departments at universities. So usually people go to a teacher or masters and studied with them, become a disciple, and then become a professional dancer. So what for Buto, which is my background, Buto is a contemporary expression dance from Japan. And especially Buto, you go to a master and then you follow him or her, and then you train to become maybe a Buto professional dancer. So I studied Japanese history at University of Waseda, and my dissertation was about ritual festival in south of Japan, which is called Southern Island of Japan, which is Okinawa, it's called. And I wrote about ceremony and dance and ritual about festival called Izaiho, where, okay, the thing is all the women on the island are supposed to be goddesses. So it's a ritual to make the new goddesses.
Okay.
So every 12 years they do. They used to do. It's not there anymore. Finished. So it was my interest, and so yeah, it's kind of starting point of my, I don't know, dance career or idea, because I'm still, my work is still really embedded in ritual. And also I did a MA, I can talk later, University of Surrey in England, and my dissertation was again about ritual and dance.
Okay.
So after Waseda University, and then I studied Buto with different teachers in Tokyo. And I would say my main teacher is Ikuya Sakurai in Tokyo, and I studied intensely with him. And afterwards, I came to London to study at Laban Center, London, which is a contemporary dance school. And because somehow dance really saved me as saved me from existential crisis. And I really wanted to become somehow a facilitator to spread dance in community. So I came to study community dance at Laban. But ended up staying there for 2 years, studying other contemporary dance styles and Laban studies.
Yuko, you refer Boto. You specialize in Boto, yeah? How influence Boto in your life and in your work as a choreographer? Can you explain the relationship with Boto? Your relationship with Boto?
Yeah, Boto, for me, it is very important. And I always say my background is Boto. And I take inspiration from different dance styles. But in the end, I feel like Buto is my core of dance, dance of my core of my dance.
Yeah, your core. Yeah.
Yeah, and why?
Yes, why?
Why? Because for me, Buto is more than dance style, but philosophy of dance, of philosophy of existing or being present in here and now. And I mean, I can talk about the history of Buto like for forever, but I wouldn't do it now.
No. It's for another talk.
Another talk.
Yeah.
Next program.
But how do you put Boto in your choreographies?
How do I put Buto? So I said it's a philosophy, and for me, Buto is about exploration of being here and now with extreme inevitability and necessity. And for me, it can be realized with metamorphosing. And metamorphosing is becoming from one entity to the other, or from one entity to many entities. But to find this like acute point of in-betweenness, and this in-betweenness, this acute point is a place, really rich place, where one can connect to everything in the world, to the audience, to the environment. So for me, it is really present, or I try to research in this field of how to exist and how to connect and how to communicate. So in that way, I think Buto is very important for me. But as a style or form, I don't know, because Buto, what is Buto is another question, and people talk about it a lot. And as like other many art forms, it's been metamorphosing. It's been changing a lot, and some people take just as a form, no?
Or parts
or shapes or how you move. It's more, okay, I don't want to say, but it's, for me, it's a superficial. But for me, Buto is really about really finding this extreme existential point. And it doesn't matter what kind of shape. You don't have to be copying other older masters of Buto, but maybe this point is totally different from your teacher, from your master, no? Because everything is changing all the time, and necessity point is always changing, and how to find this, it's our challenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And the influence your life, yeah? It's a way of life, you told.
Yeah. Somehow it is a way of life, and maybe in other art form as well. But in Japan, Buto dancers is called Butoka. Butoka means Buto person, like a
Buto
like
person.
Buto person. It's like it's you are Buto. Butoka. So it's a person who it's not you live Buto, that kind of thing.
Okay, maybe some of people that are assist to this talk don't know what is Boto. Can you just a quick explanation what is Boto?
Okay, so Buto is a Japanese contemporary dance or expression which started after World War, so it's a post-war thing, and around 60s it flourished, and the founder is called Tatsumi Hijikata and Kazuo Ono. It started as a revolt against imposed westernization and Americanization, because after the war we lost, Japan lost, and we took many things from West. But for example, dance, we have Japanese body and like short legs and like crooked legs. So if we do classical ballet, it looks really bad. Okay, so the idea is to really to find your own vocabulary and what is, like, say, necessary in this moment, and that was Hijikata and Ono's investigation. But Hijikata, Tatsumi, the one founder, went through different phases of styles. So depending on when you assisted him, each Buto artist have different styles, and also Kazuo Ono and Hijikata Tatsumi is totally different way of dancing, and Hijikata is more stylized and choreographed dance style, and Kazuo Ono is more improvised dance style. So it really varies. The Buto really varies depending on the artist.
Okay, thank you. Yuko, can you share with us your creative process is like? You can share with us if you want videos or examples in internet. I don't know, but can you talk about your creative process?
Okay, maybe I thought about it like just now, but I can take one example.
Okay.
My last creation called Iwakagami, which was premiered last year. No, sorry, 2 years ago. And this piece is very special for me because it's about my father who passed away 3 years ago. And so this idea of want to create a piece came like immediately after my father's death, because I really needed to do something about it. So I already started to move with improvising or thinking about him, or like try to digest this. And then I had a kind of maybe 3 months of researching on our own in my studio. And then I stopped there. It was enough. And then the next year, the year after, I started to have this like last to create one concrete piece. So I applied for creation, and so I put some structures on my research, the sequence here, and then I took maybe again like 3 months on and off improvising, talking to my family, collecting more memories, and on and off. It was not like every day. And yeah, it was really organic. With this piece, it was really organic, how the piece materialized. But it took really a long time to actually become a piece. And after it became a piece for me, I asked a musician to put the music on top, and also I had 2 external eyes, and they helped me to put a bit more structure and intensity in it. And and then I had a premiere in Luxembourg, and then I had a tour in Luxembourg, Porto, in Tavira, and I would like to perform more this piece. And this piece, its creative process is like a creative process. It never ends. So every time I perform, mentally or physically, I learn more things, and sometimes I want to change. It's always changing, the piece. And also the perception of my father changing all the time as well. It's like my father is teaching me something every time I perform this piece.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
So, can I show you a trailer of this?
Yes, of course.
This is the.
Okay.
I hope you enjoyed.
I noticed that the movements are unbalanced. Unbalanced in the
Sorry.
no, and I noticed the movements are difficult movements. You understand?
Movements are difficult.
The movements are
Unbalanced.
Unbalanced. You understand? It's like we are falling. You understand? And after that, we go to the center again. Very, very nice. It's boto. You use boto in this.
Yeah, for me, it's like okay, maybe it's not about being balanced, because if when you are metamorphosing, no, it's you have to lose balance. If you are balanced, you don't change. You don't become anything else.
Of course.
So maybe it's just my investigation in how I can metamorphose. But like say, we often say, like, if you have like totally straight arms, it cannot go anywhere. But if you have a little bit, no, bent or not perfect, and there is a space for it to grow, no? So no trees, no natural thing has like complete straight line. So that's how we can change and we can be invited to move. So yeah, in this way, for me, it's this losing balance and like catching it. It's
Okay.
Research.
Take us to the next question.
Okay.
I take this
already.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have time to speak about the creative process again. Yeah.
Okay.
But your work, I take this citation on your site. Your work consists of experiments with movements in between, where intensities of individuals intersect. Can you explain us this concept?
Yeah, so that's kind of using other words to explain this research in extreme research of an extreme existence in metamorphosing, because when you are metamorphosing and then you are torn between two entities, there is you are totally in between, and these individuals, I mean entities or materials, images, however you call it. So when all these entities pulls in different direction, and this exact point, your existence starts to blossom. So my research is in this universe, or yeah.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yes. I understand. I don't know if
other people,
the other people, if they want, they put a question if they don't understand, or if they have other thing to ask you. Dance and theater required presence. During COVID-19 lockdown, artists turned to social media and other virtual channels to present their work. What do you think about these possibilities?
I think it's another way and another media, which is maybe good and nice if it develops, but nothing can substitute live performance, because we all know that we have senses to touch, to smell, to feel the heat, and to be in the same space with the audience. It's totally different from being online, watching or doing online classes, or even virtual reality. I don't know how it develops, but at this moment, it doesn't. It's not at all like live performance. And for me, this COVID situation, more than going into this virtual world, I think it is important to really think about local art and what you can do here physically where you are, and not just about okay, online is great, international exchange is great, and I think it can continue and it should continue. But yeah, I realize how important it is to create and regenerate something locally. And somehow I felt like, okay, we forgot a little bit, and we kind of neglected, because it's been so easy to travel internationally. You go to residency in China, and then afterwards Australia. I don't know. And then you are so busy with this thing, and yeah, this COVID situation somehow questioned us, or questioned me for sure. Yeah, what can we do now?
So, but it was a necessity also. It's something that the artists need to share that moment also.
Yeah. What do you mean? It's like share the moment, or
share that COVID-19 moment when they are alone in their room. You understand? I saw that. Some artists share that experience, to be alone in the room without it was, and he is continued to be a difficult situation, I think. I don't know if you.
Yeah, it is difficult situation for sure. And as a performer, choreographer, I think for any industries too, everything started to be cancelled, and we really don't know what we are rehearsing, but we don't know when we can perform. So that was
it's strange, no? It's strange. It's very strange. I am working and I don't know when this will happen.
Yeah, it's
very strange. Yeah.
It's like a waiting period.
Yeah. And but time, always the time. Yeah.
And time perception becomes really different while you're waiting.
Yeah.
But because of this, I really started to think, if I want to keep on dancing with the concrete program or plan, maybe it's good to start in my studio, something concrete, as well as having a premiere in a theater planned, but something parallel for us to hang on to. So
Okay.
that's yeah. That's my
We are talking about virtual reality, and I think your latest work as a dancer is Sublimation in 2019 is focused on virtual reality. The piece premiered in 2019 at Venice Biennale.
Venice Biennale, yeah.
What is your experience as a dancer to experiment being part in a virtual reality project?
Yeah, it was really nice because I had never experienced virtual reality before. And first of all, I was invited as a choreographer and as an avatar. I said yes. It was it was something new, and the artists Carolina Markovich and Pascal Piron, and they do. I really like their work. It's really beautiful, and somehow they're quite issue-based, like very connected to what is happening in society. And they told me they want to make somehow Buto virtual reality and experiment how you can kind of experience that what this dancer feeling or during the movement. So and Buto, my Buto, say I use a lot of images, like to be metamorphosing into different things. And I thought, oh, it would be great to show what there is. I'm changing into this, and next moment it's this. To show other people how I'm feeling. So I jumped onto it.
Okay.
And so we started with choreography. And I made some choreography very easy for people to do, but there is a lot of technical limitation.
Sorry, any people, not dancers, any people.
Any people.
Okay, very nice.
Sorry?
No, very nice, very nice. The people. Okay.
Okay, so maybe I show you just a website or this sublimation, the Carolina and Pascal's website. Wait. Yeah. So it is sublimation. So it was premiered in a virtual reality section in Venice Biennale Cinema Festival.
Okay.
So it is an interactive experience. So I can show you this one.
Okay.
So you enter. There are like 3 parts. So you enter with a sound first to forget about daily life and go into this experience. And then in the back, where you cannot see, there is a place you do an experience with a headset and sensors on your hand. But sensors are only on your hand. And then afterwards, you see a documentary or video of me actually dancing. And in that experience, okay, in the experience, there is a beautiful room, and you enter, there's nothing, and the idea is to create your own universe with a movement. And there is an avatar, which is me, and the audience experiencer, they call it experiencer, is invited to copy or imitate my movement, and depending on how they move, they make different fractal designs. And so it's really a beautiful idea, and this virtual reality experience is really special because I went through different virtual reality work in Biennale, but this piece is maybe not the only one, but one of the rare one, which doesn't impose the artist universe, but they really invite, and they make space for the experiencer to create their own space. And okay, the movement was limited because technologically just have sensors on the hand. I couldn't do complicated movement, but it really it has like potential, and I hope it can tour. There's gonna be shown in maybe 2 or 3 places next year too.
Very nice, very nice. And can you share with us more creative process about your works as a choreographer?
So I wanted to say, like, my choreography comes from somehow, not every day, but I practice regularly, and from this research, the idea or the theme comes up, and it's like a constant theme coming up, and then maybe it goes down and I forget about it, and it comes up, and then somehow, like, there is a moment this idea is become quite matured, and movement vocabulary it becomes mature to become a piece, and then I will really go into a creative creation period to work in the studio whole day, every day, to perform in the theater. But that's how I do it for my solo project, and because I sometimes also work with other people, and with other people you cannot really spend so much time, no, because of the organization. So in that case, there is always like a structure to follow from the beginning, to use the time and headspace in a very economical way.
Yes, yes, I understand.
But for me, like,
yes, in these days, we yes, the economic part have a big influence.
Okay, economic is not the right word, but effective, no? Like, you are supposed to be quite effective to do it in a very short period, but
okay. It's time.
like,
it's about time.
It's about time. My time and other people's time. But yeah, for my solo, I still really take a lot of time, or I often have a research period before creation period. So maybe 1 year before I am going to create a piece, I will have a research project. So I can just, or with other people, spend time and yeah, creativity to not focus on the goal, but really freely dive into the theme. And then afterwards, there is a stage where we create and rehearse and choreograph.
Your teams or your main team, it's personal wishes, personal experience, or you depart from a painter, for example, or for everything influences you, or you prefer to depart for a personal experience, like your last work about your father?
Yes, actually, I have to say my solo works tend to be really about my personal interest and personal experience, and all the other like paintings or ideas, philosophies come inside this stream of research. But yeah, the interest often is yeah, my daily life interest, or say my daily life interest in dance. So
you want to share us another video, or in your page, in your site, photos, or as an example?
Okay, so I will show you the creation I did before this my father's piece, and then we also performed in Teatro das Figuras in a festival, dance,
yeah.
And it's about it's called Dreamy Scarlet Medusa. I show you first. It's again a trailer. It's a like 45 minutes piece. Just the trailer, 4 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
So before we start in my creative process. Sorry.
Sure.
That's
It's
another thing.
virtual reality. It's stop. Stop.
Yeah, the virtual reality is like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
coming everywhere. Like,
Where are you? Where
hitting.
are you?
Yeah. So the music is almost always done by for my piece done by Tomás Tello, who is my partner in life and my partner in work, and it is very now. We've been working together for so many years. It's very organic. I talk about the piece and I show him, okay, the process, and then he makes the music, and it's really organically come together. So I'm really happy about this. And this Dreaming Scarlet Medusa is also accumulation of research project into a piece. And this research was about narratives in dance. So what is dance is telling. And often maybe contemporary dance, not often, but some contemporary dance, it has, it works in abstract or maybe not like, not really about storytelling, but in traditional dances, it's, I find a lot of narratives. And I researched, I went to India, Bhubaneswar, Orissa, and I worked with Odissi dancer there, and to try to find out how the narrative and dance is, complementing itself and creating together a world. And after that, I worked with a traditional folklore specialist in Peruvian dance, namely Taquile Island dance, where still this kind of dance ritual has a meaning in the community, in the society. And after all this research, and also with my brutal background, I tried to find a way of narrating in dance. And the music is by Tomás Tello, and I asked animation video to Diego Vizcarra. I really like his work. He's a Peruvian animation artist. And light was really nice. French light designer Vincent Urbani. That's how process.
Yuko.
Yeah.
Future projects.
Future project. Let's talk about future.
Future projects.
Yeah.
Can you, or no? You want to talk about them?
I want to talk about
no?
future.
Maybe it's secret, and you don't want to speak about them.
No, I really want to talk about future.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have some project I'm really looking forward to, and now I'm starting this future in my studio. It's called it's a research project again, not a creation project yet, but it will be a piece to show in a gallery or museums next year. And the concept and the direction is from Metro Onsen, the theater director, Sophie Langeron from France and Luxembourg. And yeah, it's called The Speed Impact. And theme was, because it was, we talked about it, we thought about it before COVID. So we wanted to explore how the modern world is accelerating, and somehow human being is like try to catch up, but maybe with a lot of stress, and where is it going? Where is it metamorphosing? And we wanted to explore this. And then we, yeah, okay, there was a planning, everything, and then the COVID situation came, and everything stopped.
Everything stopped, yeah.
The acceleration stopped.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay. And this, again, the rhythm we experienced in this lockdown, confinement, was special, like you were saying. And still, it's a very confusing, special rhythm. And now we would like to include this, like, all this change of rhythm and how human is, what human is trying to do, and what what is, what can it be? No,
I don't
as
know.
a rhythm.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's why we do the research.
Yes, I think we don't know. Yeah, let's see. Let's watch.
Yeah.
Speed impact, yeah.
That's yeah, research
Okay.
name, and then I'm starting it now in my studio, and yeah, with the director, and then we will make a piece next year. And another project is called Blast. It's a piece, and I'm not. It's not really like my solo my own project. It's a project by Vedanza, who is consists of Emanuela Iacopini, choreographer, Rajivan Ayyappan, who is sound and installation artist, and we are 4 choreographers: Emanuela and Iacopini, Frey Faust, and Saju Hari, and me. And it's about blast, it's about explosions. And we explore this, and we already started the creation period in Faro.
In Faro?
For 1 week in Kappa.
In Kappa, yeah.
And now we will do a creation in Italy, and then premiere is in September, and we will tour Turkey, and then Morocco, and then Luxembourg in November. That's the plan. And another research project, I haven't, it's going to be in future, next year.
Yeah.
It's about ritual. My and it is mine and my colleague Joana from Meia Trindade. She's a Portuguese choreographer from Porto, and our language is totally different. I'm from kind of background Buto, and she's really from contemporary dance, but we share the interest in ritual, and I see her work, and it has really beautiful the ritual element.
Maybe that ritual. Sorry, maybe that ritual are the contact with the public. You know, sometimes the public. I don't know what you think about that, but sometimes with the public, don't understand the signs, you know, the
Huh.
signs of the contemporary.
See.
You understand? Because they don't have the habit to go to the see theater and dance, and it's difficult for them so to see at first time, as a first experience, to see that, because they don't they don't know the signs, they don't know how to communicate with the stage. You got that in your mind when you create, or no, how communicate that with the public?
Okay, for example, like, because when I was researching narratives, I kind of thought how I can communicate this story, you know?
Yeah, this story with the
public.
Yeah,
and but for me, I believe even it is very strange, or you've never seen it. Somehow, this kind of, if you create the concrete universe, it will touch somehow. Maybe they don't. You don't take it literally, and everybody has different personal histories, so maybe everybody takes different narratives, but it's there. So I think artists they are to create this concrete universe, and for me, like the other thing about Buto is like really not about representing, but really become, or really becoming, or really materializing something concrete. And I believe it's possible. And so for this research, ritual, I would really love to get audience involved, because ritual is like this. It's it's not about watching, but it changes, no? It changes sometimes your life, no? Your coming of age, no? This is the change of the life, change of the human. So how can we do that in a theater?
Yeah.
So that's our research.
Yuko, there is a question for a person that is watching us in our YouTube channel. I don't know what his name, but she or he said, "Dear Yuko, does the Botoka movement exploration shapes communication and playful isolations the most significant internal insight into relation through its viewers and audience?" You understand? Or
yeah, I think it's
I can put your on your chat with you, okay?
Yeah.
I will send you that question, okay?
I think Botoka itself.
Botoka movement exploration. Yeah.
I don't know about isolations, but I think this is what we were just talking about, like how to make this concrete universe, and the answer is yes. And some after one performance, one audience came to say like, it's very internal, the performance. No, it's like very internal and very external. So it, the micro and macro just come together, and that's how it communicates. And when you move, everything moves. When the space moves, your inside moves too. So that's I think Butoka is in search for this.
Okay. We are. I don't know if it's okay, but Gonzalo will told us if there is another question. Okay.
Okay. And meanwhile,
yes,
can I talk about? No, it's not really about future, but my interest.
Yes, we are talking about your future projects. Yes.
Yeah. So there's one thing I'm really interested at the moment, and if there's a possibility, maybe somebody wants to join me, or intergenerational project.
Okay.
We are so I feel like especially in the maybe cities or in the very industrial and modern society, there is a big separation between the generations, grandpa, grandmas, and the child and adults. And for me, it's a problem. We lose some kind of the basic communication and connection, and all the wisdom from the child, from the grandpa and grandma is being pushed aside. So I'm thinking of somehow like an intergenerational project to put different generation together to because in Japan we in the family we massage a lot each other, and when I was kid I had to massage my mother, grandparents, and then my mom always massaged me. So that's how we learn about the body and acupressure points. So maybe I can start from this kind of knowledge and how to massage and how the river of meridians is formed with different generations, and make massage, tailored massage for everyone. They massage each other.
Yeah, it's very nice. I want to participate. Okay.
Yeah, great. You're in. And maybe other artists has different ideas, because my colleague has a body mind centering background, and she specializes in touch, how you touch and where does it. So and we can maybe have a painter to paint the body, and I would like to make some kind of different input from different generations. So that's my future.
But it's very important, because the teenagers don't communicate with older people. The older people don't communicate with the 40s. You understand? There is all society are are not together. They are alone. In their room.
And I think it's maybe economical to separate, like a different generation. It's easy old people in old
Mhm.
people's house, a teenager in a teenager no community, and kids kids and performance for kids, performance for old people, performance for teenager. Because when I was small, it was not really like this, and I maybe sometimes but the performance is boring, or you don't understand when you're a kid, but you just keep on watching, and then you find so many different things too. So it's yeah, for the performance as well. It's yeah, we should more put it back together.
I love shows that are for young children, and it can be performed also for the adults and seniors. I love that.
Yeah. I think we should watch
everything, of course,
together. No,
of course. Is an experience, and the theater and dances are presence, experience. Right. Yeah. So about the same question, future projects, you stop, or it's okay? Yeah,
it's okay.
It's okay. So if you, I think we don't have more questions. We come to the end of this talk. Just one more question. You you do workshop, Buto workshops. There will be a when there will be another Buto workshop as with you.
I don't know.
You don't know. 2021, yeah.
It would be nice, but first of all, there's like a lot of regulations at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment, yes.
In a studio or in outside, but I really love to teach, and I want to say my workshop is Buto based workshop and not Buto workshop, because I put a lot of my investigation on top of what I learned from my Buto teachers.
Nice. That is very nice. Yeah.
I would like to do it maybe something outside, because now there's a lot of regulation being inside. So maybe it's a possibility, but I have to think
about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yuko, thank you very much, and wish you all the best for your future projects. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Professional and personal. Okay. Bye, and see you.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Yeah. Até já.
Yes. Até já.
Até já. Obrigada.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Ciao.